come to the audience, people look at us and say, okay, we don't need it. This is your system, you have a unique situation, you come from Israel, there's a land of wars and terrors, and I just want to emphasize, mega mass casualty like this can happen after each rock concert or something that happened in the biggest stadium in every place. Chemical mass casualty can happen after each road accident with a truck loaded full with explosive materials that might be just shifted on the streets. It's not a problem only of Israel. And I think the medical teams that are sitting here have a big responsibility organizing the hospitals, organizing the system, and as I said, we can never know when it will happen, and we must be prepared. And this is the reason why we came here.
So mass casualty preparedness is an issue that you cannot organize from a minute. It's something that in Israel is already organized for many years because of our experience with wars and terrorist attacks, meaning the responsibility for the organization is under the Ministry of Health and together with the Army. And during a mass casualty, the responsibility of the organization is under the EMS at the scene, together with the police, together with the home front command of the Army. And when the patients are shifted to the hospital, it will be under the responsibility of the hospital. The Ministry of Health is doing the command and control for the hospitals. So actually it's a joint responsibility, but there are two levels. The first level is to organize, to have the system ready, to be ready to operate in any time, because you can never know when you have an earthquake or when you have a mass casualty attack or terrorist attack. And then the second issue is to operate at the scene. If the treatment is according to the patient's status. There are some patients that if they will not get the care immediately, they will die. So we prioritize them by their condition. In the entrance to the emergency department, they are assessed by a general surgeon that is the triage officer. According to their status, they will go to different zones in the hospital. In each zone, we have a qualified team that is waiting for the patient, and they will organize the treatment for the patient. So we do the assessment according to the physical status. If the patient is in a very severe injury and he might die very quickly, we have to have him in an intensive area with a lot of team members and equipment. In Israel, when we have a mass casualty, it depends where it happens. Usually the mass casualties happen in a civilian area, meaning the suicide bombers will go into restaurants, will go into an airport, into a hotel, into a marketplace, into a bus. So mainly it will be civilians. You will be seeing some soldiers, but most of them have been there, so the percentage can be 20% upon 80% of civilians. When we speak about war, then you can see more patients, and I will talk about the war, so then we will have also soldiers and less civilians. The problem is now that the war zone is just moving into the civilian area. So in August 2006, when we had the war, they were shooting the hospitals and the streets in the city. So you cannot do any more to see whether it's patients coming as soldiers or civilians. You just see all of them.